Hello and welcome to today's lesson from the world's leading experts in confinement, our often forgotten prison residents. For today I want to bring you a concept we talk a lot about in prison, and that is our default. Our default is that behavior, that attitude that we fall back on when we're in our highs and when we're in our lows. So when things get tough, what do you turn to? When things are good, what do you turn to? And when you want to take a break from current life, which might happen quite often right now, what do you turn to? Whatever that is, that's your default. Now for many prison residents, their default is or was drugs, alcohol, violence. When things were tough, well, they would go get a drink to forget their problems. When things are good, well, they want to celebrate with a drink. And when they want to take a break out of current life, well, they go grab a drink. Now, default's not just those behaviors. Default can also be, a negative default can also be control or food or work. You know, when things are tough, well, we got to work harder because we've got to get out of this slump. And when things are good, well, we got to work harder because we got to ride this wave that we're on right now. And when we want to take a break out of current life, away from the kids, well, I got to go answer some of those emails from clients. Now, we have countless stories of default, but more importantly, the changing of default behaviors from the prison residents. Arguably, every single person that we have the honor of engaging with has already or is in the process of shifting their default. And so let's take the example of one guy, for example. This person had a lifestyle of alcohol and drugs and women and partying and the criminal behavior that supported that lifestyle. Everything he did arguably revolved around him and the partying that made him feel good. And then one day, a couple years ago, he made the conscious choice to let go of that default that simply wasn't serving him anymore. And he chose another one. And he happened to choose serving others, showing up for others. And so every time he felt his old default coming up, every time he felt that he was going back to a party mindset, he would catch himself and he would start looking at how he could show up for others. And over time it became that as things got tough, well, he would have compassion for others. When things were good, he wanted to spread that and celebrate and spread it with others and to others. When he wanted to take a break away from his current life, well, he'd focus away from what was going on for him and onto what was going on for others. So much so that today, so many prison residents credit him for being a mentor and helping them through their own crises and their own life challenges and their own life transformations. And that's it. That's what we see in all these stories, is that when these prison residents make the choice to shift away from their more destructive defaults and to find a more positive one they can focus on, well, actually, the rest of their life shifts in a more positive way also. Those positive defaults can be anything that serves the person. It can be quality time with loved ones. It can be engaging more consciously with kids. It can be exercise, more self-love, service to others, whatever it is, as long as it serves you better. And what you'll see is that your life will start shifting in a more positive way. And so now it's your turn to think about what's your default. When things are tough, what do you turn to? When things are good, what do you turn to? And when you want to take that break away from your current life, what do you turn to? Is that serving you? And if it's not, what is another default that you would want to bring into your life? And what is one step you could take today towards that new default? Enjoy seeing the positive shift that happens in your life. Have a brilliant day.